Germany compensates 249 people persecuted over Nazi-era law criminalizing homosexuality. CBS reports that German authorities have compensated nearly 250 people who were prosecuted or investigated under a Nazi-era law criminalizing homosexuality that continued to be enforced enthusiastically after World War II. The Federal Office of Justice said Monday that up to the end of August, 317 people had applied for compensation. It had been paid out in 249 cases. So far, it has put out nearly 860 euros, just over $1 million. 14 applications are still being processed, 18 were rejected, and 36 were withdrawn, the office said. The deadline for the application is July 21st of next year. Well, wow. Glad that they're paying out, but geez.
I know, geez, you know.
I wonder with this story again, who are the people that were rejected? What was the application process like? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a terrible image to imagine that you have applied for this. Maybe they're fraudulent, but it would be terrible to be denied.
And $1 million?
Yeah, in terms of some kind of compensation. Yeah. Does the story surprise you? Has had a past that has been checkered as it relates to LGBT.
I'm actually really impressed with the amount of progress that Germany is making in accounting for its own mistakes and actually making some effort toward reparations for the things that it has done wrong in its past. I don't see any movement here in the U.S. to pay for any of the people convicted for sodomy here.
Yeah. Valid. Or were thrown out of the military and lost their military benefits.
And the reparations for cessation, which we know is our original sin, that we have not erased, and Germany is trying to erase their Nazi past.
At least they're starting to have a conversation about it and putting actual, things in place that are substantive and substantial. Like you said, I don't think that's really happening in America, and I think it's actually probably going backwards as we see a lot of other type of discrimination happening in the country against other groups, people of color. So, I mean, I think at least the conversation's happening, but the numbers to me are sort of...
that's a super interesting observation. And 48 to 42 out of every 100 people believe the exact opposite of the other 52 to 58 people, no matter what it is. We are so divided now, you can't get agreement on putting a needle in someone's arm when we've done it 100 times over the last 50 years. And this is an example of it. The one thing that I think is really important to this story, which is really a big issue for America, is the pink star during World War II was as powerful as what happened, or the triangle rather, was as powerful as what happened to the Jews. And our community was fundamentally, basically destroyed in Germany. We should remember the consequences of political craziness. And we're not talking about 1945 anymore. Right. We're talking about 2021. And we're not talking about Germany anymore. We're talking about America. So we should remember and watch to our own lives and politics here in America. LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television, It's Happening Out, are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe to the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.